Hello and welcome back to E3 2019. This is Engadget's live watch-along and reactions to the Bethesda press conference that will be kicking off in just 5 minutes. I'm Nick Summers, a senior editor, and I'm joined by our UK bureau chief, Matt Smith.
Yeah, I'm back again, sorry, I'm still here. I literally haven't moved since Xbox, I'm still here. I'm not allowed to leave the room apparently, so that's great.
We're locked here for at least one more press conference.
One more and then I can go drinking, excellent. So yeah, there's lots, I think, in store for us from Bethesda. Anything in particular you're looking forward to?
Well, I think Doom Eternal and Wolfenstein Youngblood, those are the two absolute certainties, right?
Yeah,
they have to show off those games. And I'm a big Wolfenstein fan. I really like that this time around they're going for this co-op, twin protagonists.
Yeah.
Nice spin on that franchise, and definitely want to see more of that. But outside of that, I mean, I'm just kind of curious to see what they're going to show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how they're kind of try to make Fallout 76 work, or
right.
I've played it, I've been playing it, it didn't quite grab me unfortunately, and I loved Fallout 4, so how can they kind of retool this online playable game and just make it more functional or just more downright attractive?
Yeah, I think what we're expecting is just a roadmap of kind of DLC that's coming for that series, but I think many people, and perhaps you're one of these people, want a much kind of bigger reboot, relaunch almost, right?
Yeah. I need just more to happen in the game. They've got to kind of make it happen for us if they want us to be playing it more consistently, and yeah, that's the big old challenge. I know that I think on one of Bethesda's live streams, the marketing boss Peter Hines has promised there is going to be surprise announcements. I just really hope it's not a mobile game.
Yeah, I mean, we got Blades last year, right?
Yeah,
That's kind of the big mobile announcement.
Yeah.
Maybe Fallout Shelter 2?
Yeah, they could do some kind of Fallout 76 tie-in, something like. They've got all these major franchises, so there's always something for them to play with. I just hope these major announcements are tied to major games for the consoles and PCs we're actually playing on.
I mean, last year we got these big announcements, right? The fact that there's a new Elder Scrolls, Starlink. Do you think they're going to mention those again this year?
So apparently
they'll
not.
Just leave that?
Yeah, they're saying that there's not going to be any big news for either of those. Okay. But Starlink seemed so exciting that I really hope to hear something about it.
Yeah, because that's my question, is if they don't mention them at all, it's then what goes in their place, right?
Yeah.
Do they have new projects to announce, or if so, are they going to start...
What Bethesda game am I going to be playing in 2019? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to run through their studios and figure out who could have something to announce, right? I mean, Arcane Studios, who worked on Dishonored and Prey, they are helping out with Wolfenstein Youngblood, but maybe they're ready to show something of their own this time around. So,
maybe that's a surprise.
And all that.
I mean, let us know in the comments, guys, if there's anything you're hoping to see, or maybe you've got the inside scoop and you know more than us. Let us know in the comments. And we've got 2 more minutes left.
I mean, I'm sure we're going to get a little more about Elder Scrolls Online, for instance. That's their MMORPG. Still kind of trucking along.
Yeah, still ticking over. And what kind of random rock and roll celebs type band type
right
thing?
Yeah.
Last year was Andrew WK, if you remember last year's E3. This year, I have no idea. Bethesda is kind of rando, isn't it, when it comes to E3? I
mean, if they're showing Doom Eternal in a really big way here, maybe we're going to get some kind of heavy metal...
Really aggro band.
Yeah, for a new kind of theme or something. I think that would be quite in keeping with the show. Interesting that I completely forgot about that. Rage 2 has pretty much just come out, right?
Yeah.
Do you think we might get a kind of sense of some DLC for that?
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense, or a new gameplay mode. It seems to be the done thing now for these gaming studios, just to kind of follow up as soon as a game's launched with a new game mode. I mean, once you've done Battle Royale, you've done Battle Royale, but there's plenty of other, cooperative gameplay we're seeing a lot in a lot of the games we saw even at Xbox earlier today. And yeah, like you said, Wolfenstein Youngblood is totally playing to that, but maybe they have another game that's going to kind of offer some kind of co-op gameplay in the future. Yeah,
I just think, what we know at the moment of what they're likely to show, it would be a bit of a quiet year for them. And maybe that's fine, because, as I say, they have Elder Scrolls in the works. That's
and we've got to wait for the new consoles, Yeah,
that too. But if they do have surprises, I'm just really interested to see what those...
and I just hope it's not underwhelming surprises. Sometimes it's better to say nothing than kind of overpromise and underdeliver.
Cool. I mean, Doom in particular, have you liked what you've seen so far? There's the kind of grapple hook.
Like
mid-air dodging. There's kind of a double dash.
That's the thing. Like I like that adding kind of dynamics on, but is that?
I think we're starting.
Shh, be quiet. I promise.
Here we go. First try.
And 20 seconds to vamp.
Just to build the tension.
With a game, there is no game without the players.
Really, it all comes down to you.
みんなと一緒以外は考えられない。
Without you, there is no game.
There's no one to play it.
No one to interact with it.
意味がないよ。
You keep us in check.
And we appreciate that. And through all of it,
You're always there with us.
You are definitely not afraid to tell us how you feel.
Your feedback sometimes challenges us, but it forces us to be always challenging ourselves.
You empathize with us as developers and with each other as a community. It's really beautiful.
I'm Dinga Bakaba, and I used to take a week off every time a Bethesda game came out.
my name's Mark Diaz, and when I was 8 years old, I used to sneak over to my buddy's house to play Doom.
I'm Rich Lambert. Daggerfall was one of the very first games that got me into the Elder Scrolls world.
I'm Dana Christo, and I started out as a 16-year-old gamer who just wanted to bring joy to others through video games.
And now I'm game director at Arcane Studios.
Now I'm a game programmer at id Software.
Now I get to be a part of building that world as the creative director on Elder Scrolls Online.
Now I'm a UI programmer at Bethesda Game Studios, and it's everything I could have dreamed of.
Gift all over again.
I see you.
I see you.
I see you.
This is nice.
We
I
see
like
you
when they show
because we
people
are you.
behind the games that maybe you don't
And
often
together-
see on stage.
Together.
Together?
We are
It's real people that
we
make
are
these games.
all.
We are all.
We are all. We are all.
Please welcome Bethesda's Senior Global Vice President of Marketing, Pete Hines.
Man himself. Very familiar face.
Yeah.
You can see Todd this year.
That's great. I'll handle Todd for a minute or two.
Thank you. Thank you very much. How are you? Feel good? Awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Thank everyone watching around the world for tuning in to watch our 5th annual E3 showcase. This is a night dedicated to those who love games, who love the incredible entertainment that games provide. This past year, you fought demons on Mars and Nazis in America. You were assassins in the Empire adventurers in Tamriel, and survivors, a lot of us, and survivors in the Wasteland. And you've embarked on these amazing adventures on PC, console, VR, mobile, or wherever and however you choose to play. And that's the key. You take the worlds that we create and you make them yours. You share your experiences with other players, with friends, and with family. With our games, you've built large global communities that truly matter. This year, we want to give special recognition to the extraordinary Bethesda community. As you saw in our opening video, you mean everything to us. I've almost been at this company for 20 years. And when I first started,
Possibly.
When I first started, one of my first responsibilities was moderating the community forums, chatting with you, and keeping you up to date on our games. It was a great way to start my career at Bethesda because it was the perfect reminder of why we do what we do. And like so many others at Bethesda, I've spent a lot of time with you at events around the world. I've enjoyed meeting so many of you and getting your thoughts and feedback. So tonight, we'll be taking time throughout the show to hear directly from some of you in the Bethesda community. We are thrilled tonight to show our fans the lineup of great games we've been creating just for you, including the premiere of some exciting new games, and we'll go deep on Doom Eternal.
That's what we're here for. Let's go to Mars. I'm ready.
So, if you're ready, let's kick it off, and to get an update from our friends at one of the most celebrated development studios in the world, Bethesda Game Studios. Please welcome studio head and my good friend, Todd Howard.
There he is.
Like, you know, as I said before, there's such a like Bond villain, Tom Cruise-y vibe.
He really is.
Yeah.
He could be in the next James Bond movie.
Yeah.
And I would totally believe you.
Great to see everybody. We have had an incredibly exciting year at Bethesda Game Studios. Given some of that excitement, impressed you're still here. Actually, over the last year, we've had over 60 million players in our games, our most ever. And it's all of you
What's for effect?
It's all of you who have made these worlds what they are. Take Fallout 76. A type of game we'd never done before. Had a lot of difficulties at launch. And we got a lot of well-deserved criticism.
Is he going to apologize for Fallout 76?
Unless he's on his knees.
But the team kept working on it, and you kept playing it. And through all of that, something amazing has happened. It's thanks to all of you. This game has one of the best online communities we've ever seen. We made a post-apocalyptic survival game where you can do whatever you want, and everybody's nice to each other. They don't go on killing griefing sprees. They leave food and water for the newbies and wave to each other. I don't know about you. This should give us all hope for humanity when the apocalypse does come. To you. And we have a lot more in store for Fallout 76. But first, our latest game, The Elder Scrolls Blades, is in early access. And thanks to all of you, it became our second straight #1 mobile game after Fallout Shelter. Absolutely incredible.
Wow. In terms of highest grossing, or what charts do you think that tops?
You know, peak downloads, I'm guessing, at some point.
Let me introduce project leader Craig Lafferty and art director Matt Carafano.
Do you think that's all we're getting in Fallout 76, or will they bring it back?
But they use it as a kind of look at what we've done this year.
Thanks, Todd. It's great to be here at E3. And thanks again to all of you for making Blades #1.
As someone who's worked on the Elder Scrolls for 20 years, it's been incredible to bring this world to your phones in an all-new way. We still love those classic dungeon crawlers, and it's clear you do as well.
And whether you're exploring a dungeon or rebuilding your town, it's great to be able to do it wherever you are.
Since it's E3, we're releasing our biggest update yet, featuring all new jobs and solo arena battles, an all new custom jewelry system, and a brand new Dragon quest line.
If you love Elder Scrolls,
even
there's not much
more,
else to
but
play at
best
the
of
moment,
all,
right?
it's coming out tonight.
Sick burn, man.
So, download free tonight and give it a try.
Cool.
And we're also hard at work on our arena mode for this fall that'll feature PvP, your own guilds, and visiting your friends' towns. But most exciting this year, we're also bringing Blades to an all-new platform.
Switch?
Switchblades.
Apple Watch. Oh.
Yay! It makes sense, right?
Well, you got Skyrim on Switch. Oh.
Yeah, would you rather play Skyrim or Blades on your Switch?
No, you're right. But it must be cheap.
That's cool. Bethesda's been really good at supporting the Switch.
Yeah,
They've had so many ports, right? And couldn't really
They've
ask
got-
for much
they've
more.
got a great catalogue to kind of
Yes,
tap as well.
Blades is coming this fall to
the
the
Switch.
Nintendo Switch, and yes, it's still free.
Yeah, why not?
Blades is the perfect fit for the Switch. You can play on the go, on your TV, and with motion controls. But best of all, it's cross-play and cross-progression with the mobile version. So you can start tonight on mobile, and all your progress will carry over. And it's playable here at E3 in our booth and Nintendo's.
Yeah. And for those of you playing on mobile, we also have some special rewards for both our Apple and Google players this week. So download tonight and let us know what you think. Thanks again.
Do you have any idea what those are? Jewelry?
Yeah, custom jewelry.
Let me introduce
Green things.
Jeff and Tom to tell you what's coming to Fallout 76.
Here we go. Back to
back.
Fallout.
It's kind of weird, right? We just switched back from it and came straight back to Fallout.
Hi, I'm Project Leader Jeff Gardner. And I'm Co-Studio Director Tom Mustang. On behalf of everyone at Bethesda Game Studios,
on our live stream.
we want to thank the millions of you who have played with us,
And this one.
stuck with us, and
the
helped
awkward
shape
one.
the world of Fallout 76.
Absolutely. It's incredible what the game has become. You've told us how much you've loved this year's updates so far, from camp building, legendary weapons, player vending, and of course, the dreaded sheep squatch. We've also been working on our biggest update yet. It's called Wastelanders, and it will fundamentally change the game.
It's been some time since Vault 76 opened its door. And we all discovered that Appalachia isn't quite what it used to be. We encountered a lot of things. Overcame a lot of things. I don't think any of us expected for people to actually come back.
Are you from that vault? Can you help us? We've traveled pretty far. Heard there's hope here in Appalachia. Folk rebuilding, fighting back. We'll fight too, right by your side. We've been everywhere and seen everything. And the one thing we've learned is this. You gotta claim the wasteland before it claims you. The question is, are you with us or them?
Okay.
NPCs, it's good.
Mainline quest.
Free.
I think that's to be expected. You can't be charging for expansions, really, given the reception of the game. So That's nice. I mean,
but you know, human NPCs should have been there from the outset.
True, true.
Coming to Fallout 76.
I think that will make it feel a lot more like a classic
Fallout
game.
The game was just so hollow,
especially for people who do want to play on their own. Not everyone wants to be part of a huge online map, right? Like me.
This is a long-term story we're telling. Year 1 was about the vault doors opening and all of you settling the wasteland. Year 2 is about people coming back to reclaim it. Like previous Fallout games, these characters have their own stories and goals. It's up to you to choose how to interact with them and live with those consequences.
The Wastelanders update is coming this fall and will be free for all Fallout 76 players.
And you hinting you could almost recruit them to your settlement. Like you could sort of bring them in.
Which would be like Fallout 4 as well.
Yeah.
And in the spirit of free, we're doing something special just for E3. Fallout 76 is going to have a free trial for everyone starting tomorrow.
It's pretty cool. Give it a second chance.
Right. That's right. It's the perfect time to see what Fallout 76 and its growing community have become. We can't wait to welcome all of you. And
Elder Scrolls 6. We know how precious these game worlds are to all of you, and they are to us. We know the time you spend in them is important. Keep telling us what you love, what you'd like to see us do better. Thank you again, everybody, for your support, but really, even more so, I want to thank everybody for believing in us. Thank you.
Please welcome the founder of Tango Gameworks, Mr. Shinji Mikami.
Hello. I'd like to start by greeting my team in Tokyo. It's Monday morning there, but they are watching. みんなおはようございます。今日真面目にやるよ。Tonight, I am excited to announce the next game from Tango, Ghostwire Tokyo. It is an action-adventure game in which you will fight paranormal enemy and rid the city of supernatural evil. I think you'll love it.
Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters in Tokyo.
In Tokyo?
To tell you more about Ghostwire Tokyo, here is creative director at Tango, Ikumi Nakamura.
Wow, so many people. Wow, thank you. ありがとうございます。Such a big stage makes me nervous. I'll do my best to speak in English.
Got some Bayonetta style glasses going on.
Yeah.
We are making a new kind of action-adventure game. It's spooky. But not a survival horror game that we are known for. People are vanishing in Tokyo. You must find out why. You will encounter conspiracies and the occult. You have to explore the world, face challenges to uncover the truth and save humanity. In the game, you will meet spirits, some dangerous, some peaceful, and survivors that each have their stories. You will need to ask yourself, is this normal or paranormal? I ask myself this question every time I go to the office.
This is great.
Bethesda Bants. Massive Bethesda Bants.
We are very excited. Let's take a look. Meet it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Trailer.
Ghostbusters.
Whoa. Oh, they're gone.
Everyone's gone. Worse than Thanos.
Full snapping. No! Who's gonna look after that dog?
This is where the story begins.
It looks like Hawkeye from Avengers.
What's the weird flavour that's back?
A bit of Doctor Strange going on there.
Yeah. Kind of liking the vibe.
Shape-shifting world.
Oh, it is a boat. You're right.
Don't fear the unknown. Attack it.
Okay, so what do you think's happening in this world? Everyone's disappearing, but there's some kind of
ghost taking them?
Do you think you're playing the guy with the bow?
I hope so. It's either him or the dog.
I have so many questions. But that's cool. That's the kind of surprises we wanted, right?
Yeah.
As a mechanical engineer.
I work in a hospital. I used to work with kids.
I'm an electrician.
I'm an event planner.
In real life, I'm a systems administrator.
Program assistant for a private school for children with autism.
I'm trying to be an artist. I like to think of myself as one.
Make like back-end systems that it's really boring.
Maybe permanently or temporarily I'm a full-time streamer.
I got a YouTube channel.
I make my own yarn.
I'm a social worker.
Teaching inmates.
I'm a game developer working at a video game cafe.
I've been a Doom fan since the game came out. I remember being in the 8th grade and a buddy of mine giving me the shareware demo on 3.5-inch floppy disks.
My older brother picked up Fallout 3 and I took his copy and played it when he wasn't home.
Fallout 4. Oh my gosh, that's like my baby.
The scope of that game was just like a lot bigger than things I was used to.
Just setting foot in Shimmering, the first city that you go to in Somerset, it was amazing.
You would look out and you'd be like, oh, I want to go there. And then you could go there, which was wild.
Go out into the world, go in any direction that you want to go.
The exploration and the weirdness and
This
the
is nice though. I
alienness
feel like
of
this is
it.
why
Oblivion. I tell you, it
Bethesda
probably
has
saved
such a
my
stronger
life.
fan base.
It was one of my first
think about EA,
experiences
for instance,
with
right? It
fantasy
always feels like there's that
world.
kind of
It was
disconnect with the people who play their stuff.
Love the dragons.
But I think
Love
Bethesda's
the
really good
dragons.
at kind of
You take down a
cultivating
dragon,
this.
you can definitely take down any illness.
Just really strong connection.
Well, they have like stronger stories, stronger characters. You could argue, like their games are all kind of based on these worlds they build, right?
It's true. It's true.
Mecha dragons. More dragons.
Even though sometimes it's Fallout 76.
Please welcome
Which could now be redeemed.
yeah. ZeniMax Online Studios, Matt Firor.
Okay, here we go.
It's on next expansion.
There he is.
I love this guy. He came out last year. So jolly. So happy.
Thank you, everyone. Wow, thank you. And I just want to shout out to our friend Greg there, the one in the video that really loves dragons. I'm happy to say, Greg, The Elder Scrolls Online has dragons. Right now, in fact, players are deep into the season of the dragon, our year-long story about greed, revenge, cat people, and of course, dragons. Tonight's focus on the community resonates with me and everyone at ZeniMax Online Studios because ESO literally would not exist without you. Watching you play the game, streaming, telling stories, hearing your feedback, we understand that you are the most important part of the world of Tamriel. Thank you. Thank you for making ESO the extraordinary adventure it is today. The past year has been a huge success for ESO. More Game of the Year awards, millions more players have joined. So many, in fact, that we recently added more server capacity just to support all the new players in Tamriel.
I saw someone tweet that they closed it an hour before the show started.
The bar?
Yeah.
ESO
Maybe people were getting a little too into it.
And better. Just a few days ago, we launched The Elder Scrolls Online Elsewhere. The latest chapter.
That's nice.
That's definitely not how I would spell Elsewhere.
The latest chapter in the game where you're able to visit for the first time the homeland of the Khajiit, as well as control the dead as the new Necromancer class. And if you haven't played it yet, Elsewhere is the perfect starting point for new players. When we announced Season of the Dragon, we kicked it off by showing you a video about how dragons were unleashed on Elsewhere, and we ended with a cliffhanger. Now, I'm really excited to show you what happens next. Check out the world premiere.
CG trailer. This could be King's Landing, right? You just squinted just a little bit.
Spoiler alert, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I love that scene. There's a cat named Ross.
Okay.
That's right, another cliffhanger. You may have recognized the return of Sai Sahan, the legendary Redguard Swordmaster. He's the legendary Redguard Swordmaster you met as part of the original 5 companions. He's back as the leader of the Dragon Guard, a group of dragon hunting warriors you've seen in other Elder Scrolls games.
Someone loves it.
You'll be featured in our 4th quarter story DLC named Dragonhold, which will complete the season of the Dragon. We've got a lot more to share about the return of Sai and the Dragon Guard, which will unveil at QuakeCon later this summer. Before then, keep an eye out for a dungeon DLC adventure called Scalebreaker, which you'll see in August.
Cool, that's a good name.
Scalebreaker.
Thank you so much for your support of the Elder Scrolls Online. We're humbled by your enthusiasm.
If you're a fan of the Elder Scrolls Online, this is all like great news for you,
us
but
every day.
I'm not
you
sure
guys
how much it's
are seriously awesome.
new,
Thank you.
new people.
It's exactly the same with Final Fantasy 14, right?
Yeah, they have that
community.
epic. They also have epic FMV
right,
teasers.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Every
have
expansion
something else
is
to
now
talk about.
catering towards
The
that
Elder Scrolls
established
Online
fan
isn't
base.
the only game in development at ZeniMax Online Studios. We have several other projects, one of which we're ready to reveal tonight.
Cool. No surprise, no
To tell
surprise.
us all about it is the game's creative director, Kira Schlitt.
What can ZeniMax be up to?
Please, not a card game. Anything but a card game. We already have a card game as well, right?
It's going to be a card game, isn't it?
No!
I heard you like card games.
And now, for something completely different. Imagine a classic Saturday morning cartoon in free-to-play mobile game form. Let's take a look.
Oh. I don't know if this is what I wanted either.
Commander Key, when evil comes from outer space to terrorize the human race, the Keys will helmet up real quick and make her eat some pogo stick. Commander Key, I'm out to Clark. Commander Key, they don't give up. Commander Key, twin helmet power. Commander Key, Commander Key.
I mean, it's not a card game.
Let's wait and see.
Yes.
So, there's a new branch on Commander Keen's family tree, and they're heading to iOS and Android. If you're hearing about Commander Keen for the first time, it was one of the first PC action games created by id Software in the early 90s.
I was going to say,
it's really old. It's really old.
I do recognize the name, but it predates me by
It
a
starred
few years.
born genius Billy Blaze, whose alter ego Commander Keen protected Earth. All of us at ZeniMax Online Studios want to give a really big thanks to our friends at id for trusting us to deliver our modern take on this classic game.
Is there going to be a tie-in cartoon?
So, tonight, as we introduce Commander Keen to a
I
new
mean, Costing
generation
Quest
of
was turned
players,
into
we're also
True.
introducing the
True.
next generation of heroes. Meet Billy. And Billy. Twin geniuses who follow in their famous father's footsteps. The new commanders are, of course, funny and powerful, but the game is also full of enemies, allies, and some really bad guys. The twins build wacky
That's cards at the
gadgets
bottom,
for
isn't it?
household items to save the Earth from certain alien destruction. Drag and drop gadgets to summon allies, attack enemies, and move through the environment.
Yep.
Choose from a
it is a
caboodle of
card.
controls
Sort
to
of.
challenges. And try saying that 5 times fast. The twins go on adventures in story mode, which tells some of the classic Commander Keen tales, as well as a whole bunch of brand new ones. In story mode, you'll overcome aliens, collect power-ups, and explore Mars and beyond. You can also go helmet to helmet with other players in battle mode, a real-time, head-to-head race through an alien landscape where you need to control checkpoints and claim the flag to gain ultimate victory. Commander Keen will soft launch this summer on iOS and Android phones.
I have a problem with a game like that, but I don't think you should be spending time at E3 talking about it.
Or repurposing a very, like an old, prestigious title.
Right, but yeah, beloved IP.
Commander Keen launch updates. We really can't wait to kick some asteroid with you all. Thanks.
Yeah, we're obviously not the target market for that game, though. So.
Oh, I thought it was totally aimed towards me. No.
Thank you, Kira. At Bethesda, we, like you, love mobile games. In addition to Blades and the upcoming Commander Keen, millions of you have enjoyed Fallout Shelter, which has now reached over 150 million downloads and counting.
Oh, yeah.
For fans of collectible card games, we brought the Elder Scrolls Legends to mobile, so you could experience the Elder Scrolls in a new way. This year, the Legends community has continued to grow thanks to a lot of upgrades, new features, and new content. It's a great experience for a night of gaming or a quick match over a cup of coffee.
Oh yeah, this is the actual card game. It's okay, Doom is coming. We just have to hold on. We are going to get to Doom eventually.
But you know, they've been doing these card games for years. People love them.
Yeah, in terms of development costs.
I was just about to say, and also, they're really cheap to make.
Yeah.
Make your play.
Okay. I thought the tagline should be, "It's not Artifact."
See? Dragon. If you enjoy other card games but are looking for something that provides a little deeper challenge, you can download Legends for free on the App Store and begin playing tonight. Legends' next expansion, Moons of Elsewhere, will be available on June 27th for PC, Mac, mobile, and tablet. You can head over to Bethesda.net to get a glimpse at the new cards and content, or play it this week in our booth. I'll see you there, clapping. Now, speaking of new content, 3 weeks ago, we released Rage 2, and now Insanity Rules for millions of players around the world. But we wanted to do more than just deliver a critically acclaimed open-world shooter. We've already added community challenges that reward you just for having fun in the wasteland, and we've got a lot more planned with new features rolling out this week. The world of Rage 2 will become even more unpredictable and even more insane. Take a look.
Destructibility with sandworms and red barrels dropping weekly. This new massive score fights around the bend. All of this and more is waiting in the wasteland.
That's my next tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mech.
Have a nice flight. When I get tired of this, put the ground on.
I got a tremendous surprise for you all.
Please welcome executive producer at
Wolfenstein.
Jörg Gustafsson.
Hello, everyone. After liberating America from the Nazi scum in Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus,
I feel like he's staring into my soul.
this year we take you back to Europe with 2 new Wolfenstein games. First, we are bringing Nazi killing into virtual reality with Wolfenstein Cyberpilot.
I'd almost forgotten that this was still in
As a
development.
hacker working for the French resistance,
You're
you
in a
will
Mac,
take
you might like
control
it.
of Nazi war machines and turn them against their creators. Cyberpilot will be available this July, and it's playable this week in our E3 booth.
It's next month. That's pretty cool.
I think this looks identical to what I played last year. What have they been doing?
And if you haven't fought Nazis in VR, you don't know what you are missing. But, as I said, we have 2 new Wolfenstein games. This summer, we are going to be launching Wolfenstein Youngblood. With a gameplay experience that is bigger than any previous Wolfenstein game. You will have more weapons and weapon upgrades than ever before, more ways to customize your playstyle, and, of course, even more evil Nazis to kill.
Sold.
And in Youngblood, you can kill those Nazis with a friend. Yes, Wolfenstein is going co-op. Youngblood is set in the 1980s, 2 decades after the New Colossus. BJ Blazkowicz is missing in Nazi-occupied Paris, and it's up to his twin daughters, Jess and Soph, to track him down. In Youngblood, you can still play by yourself, or you can partner with a pal to double up on shooting, stabbing, and killing Nazis.
There's never enough co-op games, so
Check
I'm
it
definitely
out.
down for this.
Seems to be a E3 trend.
Paris. Nazi country.
That's where Papa is, so that's where we're going.
We can find him. Together.
I may have an assignment suitable for 2 Nazi killers such as yourselves.
Stewardesses.
I've never tried it, so...
Just enjoy life for a second, Jess.
Yeah, I mean, I was already down for this game, but I think that's just solidified it for me.
Wolfenstein Youngblood releases on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC on July 26th.
That's great too, simultaneous release on Switch.
And if you can't wait, stop by our E3 booth to play this week. Thank you.
I really want to test that out on the Switch.
I think the co-op is split screen as well, or just online only?
And now, I'd like to welcome to the stage
yeah, well, definitely not on
dear
Switch,
friends
but...
from Arcane Lyon, who worked with us on these two Wolfenstein games, Dinga and Sebastian.
I love Arcane. It's honestly one of my favorite developers.
What do you think we have planned?
We love you too.
Hi, I'm Dinga Bakaba, I'm game director at Arcane Lyon.
Bonsoir, I'm Sébastien Mitton, art director in the same studio.
So, along with partnering with our good friends at Machine Games on Wolfenstein, we've been working on other projects at Arcane Lyon. And tonight, we're excited to announce our latest first-person action game. It's something innovative, stylish, and different from anything we've done before.
Let me begin by saying bienvenue to the frozen island of Black Reef. This is a place of mystery, where looks can kill. The game takes place during what we say in French is a période de folie, a time of madness.
And now that we've given you a small taste of the world, let us introduce you to our two deadly rivals, Colt and Juliana.
Okay, here you go.
This place isn't a paradise. It's a prison. Out here, we're trapped.
We're free.
In this endless, eternal cycle.
Nowhere to run to, baby.
My life's purpose is on this island.
And I can't let this go on any longer. The more days I repeat,
The longer that I'm out here,
the more certain I am
of what I have to do. The only way to protect the cycle
the only way to break this cycle
is to kill you. Time is on my side.
So is it a one-on-one competitive game?
Yeah.
Let's play again.
Can't quite tell. Or do you play as them? Is it a campaign-based game?
Deathloop combines a mind-bending story with meticulously designed levels, and of course, Arcane signature gameplay that lets you approach every situation any way you like. Because in the endless clash between these two extraordinary assassins, how you play is up to you.
Plus, I think it's really fucking cool! Excuse my French.
Yeah, maybe you should have said that in French, actually.
Maybe.
maybe not.
But it's also pretty fucking true. Because we will take you on a trip unlike any other, and we really hope that you enjoy the ride.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much.
Oh man, I want so many more details.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful way to get away from all the pressures in life.
I think the sense of community has really helped me as a person because I'm typically very isolated.
It's definitely very confidence building.
It's brought me out of my shell and stopped being an introvert.
I could like be a hero and do all these things.
You find really creative, really fun, really talented people.
Meet people who are in my group that I've only known as a character.
But Deathloop, totally new thing. Ghost of Tokyo, totally new thing.
Yep, yeah. But I mean, we said at the beginning we wanted surprises, and that's
two genuinely. Well, we both like Dishonored.
Yeah.
So that's two really good things. And yeah, I'll dabble with some Ghostwire.
Yeah. Yeah, I think both of those, Arcane, I think Leon was specifically was in charge of Dishonored.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Tango as well was a great studio, so...
And so now the only dark places that I'm allowed to go are in dungeons and ESO.
Just being someone who is LGBT, it's nice to be able to sit down and play these games and feel accepted for who I am.
It's really nice to see that their storyline has some sort of emotional effect on me as a player.
And I just really admire the creativity that goes into the process of making these big worlds with these amazing stories.
Building these fantastic worlds and telling these stories comes from a passion to deliver the very best experiences for our players. Hi, I'm James Altman, Director of Publishing at Bethesda.
And I'm Robert Duffy, Chief Technology Officer at id Software. Tonight we have some exciting new technology to show you that can dramatically improve gaming for millions.
So for the past 2 decades, we've approached game development not by looking at what is possible today, but with a vision of what can be possible tomorrow. And at Bethesda, we're proud of our legacy of innovation, where again and again we've changed the industry. We were the first to use physics-based engines for sports games. We were groundbreakers with Go Anywhere, Do Anything, open-world RPGs. We are the inventors of the first-person shooter, which is now the world's most popular form of gaming. We are pioneers in downloadable content and the first to bring mods to consoles. And actually, since we first brought mods to consoles in 2016, there have been 1 billion mod downloads for Fallout and Skyrim. We, of course, developed the first commercially viable VR technology, revealed in our E3 booth in 2012. Yes, that is the original VR headset, held together by tape and worn by our very own Tim Willits.
Tape.
And of course, we are well known as developers of best-in-class engine technology with our id Tech engine. Innovation and creativity is in our DNA, and all of these advances were done with one goal in mind: to improve player experiences. So tonight, we have exciting new technology to announce.
We're going to show you the result of years of research and development. Cutting-edge game engine-based technology we developed specifically for game streaming.
Engine of some kind?
Now, we'd like to introduce you to Orion. Orion is a tremendous breakthrough in streaming technology. It is our name for a group of patented technologies that optimize game engines for performance in a cloud environment. Orion can work with any game engine and will improve player experiences no matter which game you're playing or whether you're streaming on Stadia, on xCloud, or another streaming platform. So, how does Orion work?
The exciting game streaming services you've been hearing so much about have largely focused on hardware solutions to address the complex challenges of streaming. There's a lot of words. We used our expertise in developing game engine software and took a different approach. By incorporating Orion technology at the game engine level, we're able to stream game content up to 20% faster per frame, leading to a dramatic reduction in latency. In addition, an Orion-enabled game can stream with up to 40% lower bandwidth. And happily, for game developers, Orion technology is easy to integrate with your game build with our SDK.
Well, what does that mean for you? It means that streaming games will be faster and better with Orion. And Orion substantially reduces the cost of streaming for players and for publishers. So it won't matter if your friends and family are sucking up all the bandwidth, or if you live far away from a data center. With Orion, you'll still be able to stream your game at max settings.
You hear that? I go, oh my god, in the background.
Oh my god, reduced latency in a game streaming level?
Now, as with any new computer technology, one must ask the question, can it play Doom?
Good question. Can it stream an unrelenting, fluid, first-person shooter with native 4K resolution at 60 frames per second? Let's see.
You're going to say something else.
Yeah. I'd like to introduce Shale Williams, tech specialist from id Software, who is showing you just that here live on stage.
So Shale is streaming an Orion-enabled Doom 2016 right now to that mobile device. As you can see, there is no reduction in visual fidelity. That's Doom at 60 frames per second without perceptible latency. And we want you all to experience this powerful streaming technology yourself as we test and refine it. So for a chance to be among the first in the world to stream Doom 2016 for free, all you need to do is join the Doom Slayers Club by registering at slayersclub.com tonight. Because
even game developers now.
Everybody could use a little more Doom in their lives.
This kind of stuff is really important. I mean, E3 might not be the best venue to make this kind of announcement. It feels more like a GDC type thing.
Yeah, very much so.
But I'm still really glad to see studios really thinking about this new streaming age and how they're going to make it work.
Yeah.
So.
Here we go.
Doom Eternal!
What you interfere with now is bigger than you can imagine. If you continue, you will bring down the heavens' wrath. It is written. It is their time to give penance. You are but one man. They are no longer your people to save.
Doom guy fights angels.
I wanted to see that laser sword again. You're the one that pops out and showed in the last trailer. You saw it just for a brief second on that trailer. I want to see it more.
That was awesome. This is awesome. Thank you so much. I'm Marty Stratton, the executive producer of Doom Eternal.
Thank
you.
It's really, really fun.
And I'm Hugo Martin, the game's creative director. As you just saw, we're not just building a world for Doom, it's an entire universe. Earth is on the brink of annihilation. It's being consumed by demons, and your crusade to save it will take you across dimensions, to locations never seen before in Doom, from heaven and hell to the Sentinel homeworld and beyond.
Yeah. There is so much to see and discover, but Doom is first and foremost about gameplay, and Doom Eternal promises to be the ultimate power fantasy. The fun comes from mastering the experience, because you are the Doom Slayer, the strongest, fastest demon killer in existence, and nothing can stand in your way.
Absolutely. Of course, the challenge in Doom is all about handcrafted combat, but also engaging level design. And in Doom Eternal, the game always has something new to throw at you, even deep into the campaign. Let's take a look.
Gameplay, gameplay.
Thanks. You know, it's so important to us at id Software that every aspect of the gameplay has real meaning to you, the player. Every enemy is different, every weapon has a purpose, and every decision you make really counts. The only path to victory in Doom Eternal is to aggressively control the fight with amazing agility, powerful guns, and critical resources.
That's right, I'll tell you, we absolutely can't wait for you to play it. And some of you won't have to wait too long. If you are lucky enough to be in the room tonight...
We should have gone!
You'll have a chance to play it immediately following the show.
Okay, I'm very jealous now.
And for those not here, but at E3 this week, we'll have Doom Eternal playable in the Bethesda booth all week.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. But enough talk. Let's see how it all comes together. And watch as this perfect killing machine goes to work.
Charting a flight path to Mars. Calculating thrust vectors. Launching in 3, 2, 1. Approaching planetary entrance phase. Prepare for turbulence.
He's loving it.
I'm not going to spell it out because we're on a stream.
Thanks. All right. That was classic. Yeah, that was awesome. We're so excited because the gameplay that you just saw is just a piece of what you're going to play this week at E3. Yeah. But I bet a lot of you are wondering, when do we get to play Doom Eternal at our home?
Well, you don't have to wait too much longer. Not quite tomorrow.
This year? I think it should be this year.
It'll be this year.
Doom Eternal will release on November 22nd.
Nice. Just in time for Game of the Year nominations.
We're very excited about that, and we've got something really special for Doom fans. An amazing collector's edition we're really proud of.
I think it's a good time for it too, because it will miss
That's an actual
that kind
helmet.
of fall crush. Everything's to come out in October.
You could wear that
November
thing.
time.
Oh, you can wear it. Wasn't there one that came with a Fallout helmet once, but you couldn't even wear it?
Oh yeah, for the power
You
on.
guys already got it.
That's right.
Already a badass.
He's already got one on.
Yeah, I want that on my
All
bookshelf.
right, well, we've got one more thing we know that you've been waiting to hear about. Our totally new Doom multiplayer experience.
Cool.
We call it Battle Mode. We've been developing this in-house at id, and it's unlike anything you've played before.
Yeah, we've been so pumped at id to share this with you. This is pure Doom, but with your friends, where two player-controlled demons take on one fully loaded Slayer in a fight to the death. This is a first-person fighter, where it's demon strategy versus Slayer
We
skill.
had hinted about this
You know,
before.
we can't wait, because we know you'll love the different play styles of the various demons, because each has unique movement, attacks, and abilities.
I want to be the.
They can even spawn AI demons to control the battlefield and help you take down the Slayer. It's strategic, competitive, and it's a ton of fun. And we can't wait to share more details with you this year at QuakeCon.
That's right, a lot more to share at QuakeCon, but before we go, we do want to take a first look at Doom Eternal's new multiplayer. On behalf of our amazing team at id in Dallas and Frankfurt, Germany, we want to thank you all so much for your support.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a look.
Fight. Demon health critical. Slayer health critical. Slayer killed. Round 2. Demon summon. Final round. Fight!
Yeah, I think 2v1's really interesting, right? Because then if you're on the side of the demons, you can set up flanks and people will funnel the Demon Slayer into certain corners, right? There's no strategy there.
Another round of applause, please, from Marty Hugo and all of our presenters tonight. And for everyone at our studios around the globe that have worked so hard on the great games you've seen tonight, we say thank you. 2019 marks 25 years of Doom. So, to celebrate, we will be going all out with Doom at QuakeCon this summer. We're adding a whole host of panels and activities dedicated to Doom, which we call DoomCon. Yeah, see what we did there? We took out the Quake and put Doom. We hope you can come hang out with us in Dallas at our inaugural event in London. If you can't, please tune in online.
Hey,
Until
where
then,
from?
Go to Bethesda.net for more info
Speak for
on
yourself,
all
I'm
the
from
games
Dallas.
you saw tonight.
You can tell from my
If you're
accent.
here at E3 this week, we'll have hands-on with many of our games, so be sure to stop by our booth. In the meantime, thanks for playing, thanks for watching, and thanks to all of you for being part of the Bethesda community. Have a great night.
Thanks, Pete.
At Bethesda, we're in the business of creating heroes.
But the true hero is you.
It's like we hand you this malleable clay and you do these extraordinary things that we never could have imagined.
We get to build these worlds and these communities, and you all come in and you play, and you bring these worlds that we create to life.
You help us build richer worlds.
You add meaning to everything we do.
We are glad you're here.
We're so glad you're here.
To the heroes.
To the heroes.
À la vôtre.
Shit, I don't have a drink.
To you.
Okay, so that was mostly what we expected.
Yeah, as promised, we didn't see anything about Elder Scrolls 6 or Starlink.
Yeah.
But they have amazing streaming technology coming, ready for whenever those games do launch.
Yeah, so, I mean, putting Commander Keen to one side, we got two really big new game announcements, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Deathloop and, what's the one I'm forgetting? Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah.
Of those two, which one are you more excited for? Which one were you more impressed by?
That's the thing, you see. Like, both games come from studios that have done these kind of almost iconic, very stylistic games that are kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say niche, but they're kind of, they take a bit of getting into to get there. And I think both of those, I'm just kind of intrigued as to what the gameplay is going to be like. They didn't really reveal much about exactly how you're going to play them.
Yeah.
It was all glossy, you know, world-building FMV video.
Yeah, we saw no gameplay of either project, and no real sense of how they play either. You know, we were talking about with Deathloop there.
Yeah.
We don't actually know if it's, I presume it's a single-player game. It could be multiplayer, given that they've set up these kind of two arch-rival assassins. So, yeah, I liked what I saw of Deathloop in terms of the world. You know, they showed some streets where people were like, you know, almost feral almost, right? And the way they were attacking each other.
And so you had your rival as well as other enemy characters floating around in the same space. I also liked it, like, that's what kind of picked me up, like Dishonored, like you can mix and match your guns, your powers. There was some kind of power aspect there they kind of hinted at, so it'll be interesting to see exactly what they do and what kind of themes those magical powers will come in with.
Yeah, they definitely said, you know, we are known for these immersive sim type games. They mentioned that, right?
Yeah.
That you get to tackle these objectives in any way that you want, and that's something that's going to be part of Deathloop. And that is, for me, the part that's really interesting.
Yeah.
The reason why I love Dishonored, the reason why I love Prey is the fact that, you know, you get given an objective and it's up to you to think, what is the best solution, you know? And do I want to kill absolutely everyone inside this city, or do I want to try and be super stealthy about it?
Yeah, I mean, Dishonored 2 was really incredible with that, and they're just so meticulous in their detail of game level design that there's so many opportunities for you to kind of subvert what's expected of you and kind of really dig into the game and play it a completely different way.
Yeah, so hopefully, like Dishonored 2, you'll have the two different characters will have different abilities.
Yeah, I
right?
hope so. I hope so. I hope it's just not like just a gender swappable character, you know, blank slate character. I'm hoping there'll be unique playstyles for both of them, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Moving on to Ghostwire Tokyo. Again, we haven't got any idea. We actually probably know more about Deathloop than we do about Ghostwire.
Yeah, I think the lore part of Ghostwire intrigues me more, actually.
Yeah.
Some of the imagery, you know, I think at one point we got to see these kind of bodies that were sort of floating in midair behind one of the assassins, and it actually reminded me a little bit of Death Stranding, even though that's an extremely high bar in order to clear at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to know how much of Tokyo is going to be playable. You know, are they doing a really large open world, or is it going to be more concentrated?
Yeah.
I mean, The Evil Within 2 did have some quite large...
open world,
open portions of the map. So, yeah, if they're going to let us really run wild in Tokyo and go up against some, you know, I'm thinking of Bleach at the moment, right? In terms of sort of...
But
really
that's what it is. That's it. It's like that kind of yokai stuff, that kind of old Japanese, you know, almost like their version of grim fairy tales, you know, kind of dark fairy tales from childhood, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, like they seem to have like the style chops to kind of pull it off.
Yeah.
So,
and anything with, you know, with Mikami at the helm, he's such a visionary.
Yeah.
And I have full faith in him to be able to pull off whatever he wants to pull off.
Yeah.
And who knows if that means that's the end of the Evil Within franchise, or if it's just being put on hold for now. But
it's spiritually a bit of a pun, but spiritually it seems very heavily connected to the Evil Within.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see if there is any ties or not. But yeah, definitely a bit of horror in there, right?
Yeah.
Just sort of at the beginning that everyone seemed to disappear.
Yeah. A bit of Thanos vibe there across the whole thing. Yeah.
But definitely really happy to see Bethesda taking risks on new IP, right? There's definitely been years in the past where we felt like it's just sequel after sequel after sequel, right?
I think like last year's E3 from Bethesda was very much on that vibe. There wasn't anything new and unique they'd kind of brought to us, but this year, completely different. In fact, two very unique new games that we're kind of excited about. But let's go back to kind of right at the start where Todd Howard took to the stage to kind of give a kind of knowing nod to the struggles of Fortnite 76 and
Fallout 76.
Yeah,
Fallout 76.
sorry. Yeah,
he did seem to recognise that it stumbled a little bit out of the gate.
Yeah.
But he kind of thanked the community for saying, for those who are still playing it, thank you for sticking with it. And the message seemed to be, we hear you, and there's still content coming, and we're going to support it until we get it right.
But a lot of the kind of almost acts of contrition were things that you kind of assume the game should have already had. The idea of human, non-playable characters, and you're like, yeah. I mean, I've played Fallout 76, and one of the main issues is that the game often just feels very empty. While there are other human players there, you kind of just wander around. At least in Fallout 4 and the games that came before it, there were people to talk to, or at least feel a sense of a world that you're in, existing with other people. So yeah, hopefully that will just kind of enrich the experience. I mean, there's plenty of other stuff coming. DLC content is going to be free, obviously, to Fallout 76 players, and starting, I think tomorrow they said, a whole week of, you can play it free for a whole week and test it out, including a new Ring of Fire-esque.
Yeah, the Storm, I think it was called, something like that. Yeah, Battle Royale mode, effectively.
Battle Royale mode, pretty much, yeah. You get wrapped in fire and just have to really kind of duke it out with everyone else you're talking to.
I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but is that enough to even make you think about trying it again? Especially if you've already paid for it, right? You own that game.
I mean, I guess it's just another in, isn't it? So maybe if you like Battle Royale games, you're willing to give it a chance this week, and then you're kind of drawn into 76, and I mean, that's what Bethesda's hoping, I'm sure. But yeah, it's still left to be seen whether that's enough.
I think for me,
get people playing.
I'm someone who's held off on that game, and with the introduction of human NPCs, I feel like it's more viable to play that game solo.
Yeah.
And I know that's not the point of why that project was originally set up, but I do want to play it solo. And I feel like once that year 2 content starts coming through, that to me, it does feel more appealing.
Yeah, it was definitely just quite a lonely experience. The first, the opening acts of the game is just a bit by the numbers.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's move on. Let's kind of wrap things up a little bit more. Let's talk Doom.
Yeah, there wasn't an awful lot that surprised me of what they showed, but I was very happy with everything that they showed, right?
Yeah.
It just seems like more of what everyone loved about Doom 2016, but again, with those new movement abilities, right? I said before, with the grapple, with this kind of double dash and being able to dash in midair. Just seems to open up a lot more in terms of level design, where you can go, being able to close gaps between you and the enemy, right?
Yeah, and like the scopes of the level design seemed like it was just much bigger because of all these different, you know, options you have for getting from platform A to platform B. But I wasn't particularly interested in the new, what was it called? I want to say battle mode. I think it was that. I think that was literally how plain titled it was. But the idea of being able to play as these Doom monsters and literally, you know, almost get revenge on the protagonist.
Yeah,
with a demon of your choosing.
The problem for a game like this will always be if you have friends who you know are into that kind of thing, you can set it up and get those 3 people together. But if you're just someone who owns the game personally, I wonder how quickly that player base will drop off, right? And then you'll kind of struggle to get maybe people who just want to play as Demon Slayer or vice versa, right? You've got to have a really healthy community of people who are willing to play both roles.
Getting these matchups to work,
And if people aren't on headsets, for instance, are you still going to be able to have that strategy if you're playing on the Demon side, right? You know, if the other person isn't talking to you, is it going to be that much fun trying to set up those kind of maneuvers? Remains to be seen, but it's still a really fun extra, and for me, it doesn't make or break the game.
No,
it's
totally, no.
It's just icing on the cake. Right?
Yeah, it's another nice, interesting kind of component to the game that makes it a little bit more interesting. But I think that's all the major things. We also saw Wolfenstein Youngblood, but again, it was more of the same. It's kind of what we were expecting to see. I mean, that game launch date is coming up. That's going to be out next month, I think, end of July. So
yeah, really good summer game. And again, I just think there can never be too many cooperative games, in my opinion. And although that game is possibly played solo too, which is fantastic, I'm really looking forward to getting a friend and just powering through that campaign in probably one sitting.
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
So,
that's, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, and that's kind of some of the best co-op games are very much a very instant hit that you can do in an evening, or 2 evenings maybe if you're not as good at shooters. But yeah, so I think that's everything worth talking about from Bethesda.
Yeah.
Thanks for everyone who watched the stream with us. Sorry we had a bit of audio trouble in the middle there, but I think it was mostly during the mobile game stuff, so you didn't miss much, don't worry about it. And yeah, join us tomorrow for more streams and more from E3. The show is almost started. There's so much on the books for tomorrow, so yeah, stay tuned, Engadget.com and our YouTube channel, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.